So let's begin. So Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to today's Digital Doc series. My name is Sue Smith, and today's topic is Jumpstart Your New Year, Top 5 Ways to Reset for a Healthy 2021. So I am with Align Modern Health, and we are an integrative medical clinic. So our practitioners help you find the root cause of any symptoms that you're having and try to fix that instead of just putting a Band-Aid on symptoms with medication. So our clinicians, we have functional medicine, clinical nutrition, acupuncture, chiropractic, and massage. And again, we work as a team to get you feeling better and again, get to the root cause of your symptoms. So again, my name is Sue Smith, and I'm a licensed dietitian nutritionist with Align. And all of our nutritionists work very closely with our functional medicine practitioners. So the functional medicine doctors will do some lab testing, some supplement recommendations, and then if anybody needs support with diet or lifestyle, that's when the functional medicine practitioner sends you to our nutritionist. And then we work on the diet end of the treatment plan. So now that the year 2020 is over, we look forward to the new year as a time for reset. This past year has turned what we knew as normal upside down with quarantining, working from home, e-learning, social distancing, among many other challenges. Now, these challenges have changed our priorities from our normal day-to-day tasks to survival and staying safe. This has resulted in increasing stress. We're sitting more with working from home, not exercising as much with the gyms being closed. And then many of us have gained weight, or as we know it as the quarantine 15. Now that the new year has begun, many of us want to reset with setting New Year's resolutions that involve goals for improved health. Today, I will discuss 5 ways to reset your diet with reviewing 5 popular diet trends, whether you want to lose weight, help improve digestion or gut health, increase energy, or just better health in general. Now, these diets are not necessarily for everyone, and you should absolutely consult a doctor before you begin any diet. Our functional medicine providers and clinical nutritionists can help assess and see if any of these diets are right for you. So the 5 diets I'm going to review are the ketogenic diet, or commonly known as the keto diet, the Whole30, paleo diet, intermittent fasting, and I'll review a few cleanses and detoxes. Now, the keto diet has become very popular recently. It is a diet high in fat with moderate protein and very low carbohydrate intake. The reduction of the carbohydrates puts the body into nutritional ketosis, which is where the body burns mostly fat for energy instead of carbs or glucose. It actually started out to help kids with epilepsy reduce the number of seizures. But studies have shown that it may help you lose weight, and it has other benefits against diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, and other brain disorders like Alzheimer's disease. Now, the typical macro breakdown is 75% fat, 20% protein, and 5% carbs. This is to make sure you are burning fat and are in ketosis. Now, you can test to make sure you're in ketosis by using like urine ketone test strips or even a blood glucose monitor. Now, the benefits of the diet is that it can help jumpstart your weight loss. It forces your body to burn your own fat stores instead of burning carbohydrates from food. You also consume high amounts of fat, which keeps you fuller longer. resulting in reduced appetite and a food intake. It also can help balance your blood sugar. Because the diet is very low in carbohydrates, carbohydrates convert to sugar in the blood, and if you don't eat any carbohydrates, it will not increase your blood sugar. It can also possibly increase focus and energy. Ketones, which are the byproducts of burning fuel or burning fat, are an extremely potent fuel source for your brain. Because the dramatically reducing carbs can help stabilize your blood sugar levels, this also can help further increase your focus and improve brain function. Now, things that are not so great about the diet is that it is not very easy to do or maintain. Because the diet is high in fat, most of your food has to be prepared by you with careful planning and prepping to make sure you're in that ketosis. You can't just order any food from a restaurant and be compliant with the diet. Any of our nutritionists can help you with finding recipes and resources to help you stick with the diet. Now, since it takes time for your body to switch from burning carbs to fat, it goes through an adjustment period. This is known as the keto flu, and this can take up from 7 to 30 days before you're in full ketosis. The keto flu has flu-like symptoms like weakness, fatigue, but this usually dissipates once you adapt to burning fat and ketones. Because the keto is high in fat, many people rely on animal fat to make their fat goals. Fat from animal products can be high in saturated fat, which has been linked with heart disease. Instead of consuming fatty cuts of meat and whole dairy like bacon and butter, eating fats from plants is a better option. So these include avocados, coconut oil, olives, olive oil, nuts, and seeds. The keto diet is also not a long-term diet. Since it limits carbohydrates, which includes fruits and starchy vegetables, grains, beans, legumes, you may not be consuming enough vitamins, minerals, and fibers, which can lead to nutrient deficiencies and constipation. It is also not for everyone, especially those with gallbladder issues, pancreatitis, which help break down fat, liver issues, and then any disorders of fat metabolism. The next diet I'll review is the Whole30 diet. So the Whole30 diet is a month-long elimination diet used as a nutrition reset. The central premise of the diet is that food should make you healthier. But it also says that many common foods found in the Western diets or the standard American diet can be harmful to your health, well-being, and energy. When following the Whole30 plan, you will focus on eating whole, unprocessed foods, including fruits, vegetables, animal proteins, nuts, and healthy fats. At the same time, you're going to avoid added sugar, alcohol, grains, dairy, beans, legumes, and any food additives. After the 30 days of this clean eating, the off-limit foods are then slowly reintroduced one at a time to see if it triggers any reaction. Now, the benefits of the diet is that it does incorporate wholesome, real foods, and it encourages anti-inflammatory items. So fruits and vegetables have phytonutrients, which are very anti-inflammatory. There's also no weighing or measuring, no fasting or complicated meal timing. There's no special products or supplements to buy. And it also may cause weight loss. So the program is not necessarily a weight loss plan, but many people find that they do lose weight on the diet. The goal of the diet is better health. So the cons of the diet is that it is very restrictive. So again, meal planning and preparation is required. but there are plenty of recipes from cookbooks, online, on Pinterest that you can check out. It's also difficult to follow in social settings. So restaurants may not have many options that are Whole30. And then we're not really supposed to gather right now, but if you do gather, make sure to bring your own food so at least you have something to eat. There's also no cheat days. So in order for the plan to work, there are absolutely no slip-ups, no cheat meals, or special occasion eating, like a piece of birthday cake on your birthday. Just one taste of any off-limit food can disrupt the healing cycle, and this is all according to the founders of the diet. If you eat just one bite of pizza, a spoonful of ice cream, or one sip of alcohol, you must start the diet over again at day 1. There's a lot of food label reading, so you want to look out for those additives, which are not allowed on the diet. And then eliminating sugar and alcohol can lead to some withdrawal symptoms. So eliminating sugar suddenly may cause some headaches, cravings, mood changes. Alcohol withdrawal symptoms can include like shakiness, nausea, vomiting, increased heart rate, and also some mood changes. The Whole30 is not suitable for vegans. The authors of the diet suggest that vegans eat animal protein while on the diet due to the lack of plant protein sources like beans, legumes, and grains. Now, the next diet is the paleo diet. It's very similar to the Whole30, but the one major difference is that there is not a set number of days. And it's based on what our hunter-gatherer ancestors would have eaten during the Paleolithic period. Again, we don't know for sure what they would have eaten, but we can only imagine. The diet encourages the consumption of whole foods, such as nuts, seeds, fruits, vegetables, wild game, eggs, while excluding foods introduced through farming and industry, such as dairy, beans, grains, cereals, salt, alcohol, coffee, and processed foods. Any foods that were not available during that Paleolithic period are forbidden. So the benefits are very similar to the Whole30. So you're avoiding the processed foods and you're focusing on whole foods. And again, this may cause some weight loss, help balance blood sugar and insulin, and reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. And then, like I said, it's very similar to the Whole30 without an end date, so you can start and stop whenever you like. So if you go on vacation, you can go off the diet, and then once you get home, you can start back on the diet without having to start over on day 1. Now, the cons of the diet, it tends to be very protein heavy. As you see on the screen, from the paleo diet food pyramid, meat and protein is at the bottom and should be most of the food consumed in the diet. This can be good or bad. Protein is essential for growth and development of skin, muscles, bone, cartilage. Adequate amounts of lean protein in the diet contribute to healthy body composition and a lowered insulin response. But this much protein, especially from animals, is not healthy for everyone, especially those with kidney disease, because that puts a lot of stress on the kidneys. And then saturated fat from the animal fat may lead to increased heart disease and colorectal cancer. Due to avoiding the beans, legumes, whole grains, fiber may be lacking. This may lead to constipation or other gut issues. With meat as the main focus, some essential vitamins and minerals also may be reduced, especially vitamin C, magnesium, selenium, which are essential in supporting a healthy immune system, among other benefits. Now, it is unclear the impact on gut health. So because it's low in fiber, fiber feeds the beneficial bacteria in your colon, which helps fight anything pathogenic, either bacteria or fungus. And also reduced fiber may change the composition of your microbiome, which may not be the best thing for you. Paleo diet, again, is difficult for vegans and vegetarians because we're eliminating the major source of protein, which are your beans and legumes. Intermittent fasting or time-restricted eating involves alternating intervals of extreme calorie reduction with periods of normal eating. So there are multiple ways to do this diet, which is a benefit. So the benefits of intermittent fasting, it may help you shed pounds faster than traditional diets, may help normalize insulin levels, as well as reduce inflammation and other heart disease risks. Some actually say intermittent fasting increases longevity due to the calorie restriction. It's easy to do and it fits into most lifestyles. So there's no calorie counting, no macro limitations, and no other restrictions on what food can be consumed. There's also no products to buy. And it doesn't eliminate any food groups, unlike the keto, Whole30, or paleo, where you cannot eat certain foods like beans and legumes, etc. Now, intermittent fasting may lead to increased hunger because you're going longer without eating, which in turn can cause symptoms of low blood sugar, such as lightheadedness, fatigue, nausea, and irritability. The deprivation of food also may lead to overeating in some people, because when you're very hungry, we tend to just eat more food when we do eat. Intermittent fasting does not promote a nutritious diet either. So it doesn't say you have to have fruits, vegetables, and just whole unprocessed foods. Also, if you are prescribed any medication that is supposed to be taken with food and you're supposed to take it in the morning, that may be difficult to do that with intermittent fasting. The intermittent fasting may increase stress on the body. So any type of stress can cause an increase of cortisol, which is your stress hormone. And with that increase, it may slow down your metabolism, resulting in stubborn weight loss or actually even increasing your weight. Also may contribute to anxiety, depression, or even an increased risk of heart disease. Intermittent fasting is not for everyone. So pregnant women, children and teens, those with eating disorders, so they may over-restrict or lead to binge eating. And then anyone with imbalanced cortisol, again, that's your stress hormone. It's best to be checked out by one of our functional medicine practitioners to see if this diet is right for you. Now, as I said, there are many ways to do intermittent fasting. The two on the screen are the most common. So you have the 16-8 method, which is when you fast or you don't eat for 16 hours out of the day, and then you only eat during that 8-hour window. And then you have the 5-2 diet, which is when you eat normally 5 days out of the week, and then on 2 days out of the week, you severely restrict your calories. So for women, that would be about 500 calories, for men, about 600 calories. And you would try not to have back-to-back days of that fast. Now, the next topic are some cleanses and detoxes. So these are three of the most common that are out there. So juice cleanses, colon cleanses, and then liver detoxes. So juice cleanses replace solid food with fruit or vegetable-based juices. These are typically done between 3 and 21 days. There are a lot of companies out there that sells these types of cleanses, or you can make your own juices at home. Drinking these fresh juices are definitely healthy because they're packed with nutrients, so vitamins and minerals, but drinking only juice deprives your body of actual food, and that can be unhealthy. These cleanses remove the majority of your protein and healthy fat from your diet, which can lead to feeling hungry, low blood sugar, brain fog, fatigue. It can also lead to binge eating after you finish the cleanse. Now, colon cleanses. Most colon cleanses attempt to rid the body of toxins through stimulating bowel movements, or they can attempt to flush stool from your colon. Most of these cleanses use supplements, laxatives, or you go into a special facility that flushes your colon with either water, coffee, or herbs. Not only can these cleanses be unpleasant, they can also be dangerous. So they may cause stomach cramping, diarrhea, or even vomiting. More serious outcomes can include an overgrowth of pathogenic bacteria or fungus, electrolyte imbalance, or you can even experience a perforated bowel, especially when they insert a tube to flush out with water. These diets should be avoided, or these cleanses should be avoided unless at the direction of a physician. One way to help get rid of that stool is to eat a diet high in fiber to help clear out that waste. If you have any digestive symptoms like pain, gas, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, acid reflux, our functional medicine doctors offer a bunch of different tests to help find the root cause of those symptoms, and our clinical nutritionists can assess your diet to help you with any dietary goals. Liver detoxes, so these are very popular as well. Liver detoxes are designed to boost the body's main detoxification system by improving your liver function. The liver is usually well equipped to handle the toxins that we commonly are exposed to. This can be done by eating a diet that is rich in nutrients, fiber, and avoiding alcohol. Some people may have trouble with doing a diet overhaul on their own and would like a more structured program. So a liver detox may get them to form healthy long-term eating habits. Almost all of the liver detoxes are required to purchase a supplement. The typical liver detox includes some smoothies that you drink, possibly twice a day instead of a meal, supplements that help support the liver, and then you usually eat one healthy meal per day or healthy snacks. Our functional medicine doctors do have access to some pharmaceutical grade liver detoxes. If you are interested in that, you can make an appointment with any of our doctors and they can help you determine if a liver detox is best for you. So you don't have to do a special diet to achieve better health. Making small changes can lead to lifelong healthy habits. So different tips you can do is to avoid processed foods and added sugar, and then limit your alcohol, because alcohol is very difficult on the liver. It causes inflammation in the body. Also drink plenty of water. We recommend drinking half your body weight in ounces per day, so which can include fresh water, preferably filtered, because we don't know what's in the water. Or you can enhance it with fruit or herbs, or have some herbal tea. Even sparkling water can count towards your daily intake of water. Coffee, because it is a diuretic, you can actually lose water when you drink coffee. So it's suggested that if you drink, let's say 12 ounces of coffee, you include 12 ounces more of water. You want to another easy way is to incorporate more fruits and vegetables. So even frozen fruits and vegetables are healthy if they're not available, if fresh is not available at the grocery store. Eating a diet high in fiber helps rid the body of waste, so it's not reabsorbed, toxins aren't reabsorbed into your body. So including those beans, legumes, and grains. Also reducing stress, practicing deep breathing or meditation. Also take time for rest, recovery, and relaxation. Say no to things that aren't vitally important to your life. And then sleep. Sleep is vitally important to your body. That's when our body recovers, and we want to make sure we get enough quality sleep. So that is the end of the presentation. So I'm going to open it up for questions. So thank you for listening. Now this slide shows different insurance companies that we do take. So all of our services do accept insurances, some more than others. We also offer a free 15-minute consultation with any of our practitioners, just to get to know the doctor, see what they can do for you, and how they practice. If you have any questions or want to make an appointment, you can call the number on the screen, or you can go on to our website, alignmodernhealth.com. Okay, so some questions are now coming in. So is peanut butter okay to add to the diet? So somebody who asked the question is starting to use almond butter instead. Peanuts are a legume, and it's not a true nut like almond butter. Peanuts are healthy. If you can get the natural kind, is better than, let's say, the Skippy or Jif, which has added sugar. Peanuts tend to be a little bit higher in mold, just the way that they're stored. So the almond butter, any of the nut butter, may be a better option for you. Oh, and I just want to mention that anybody who is registered for this webinar will have access. You'll get an email with all the slides and the presentation of what I have said. Someone asked about my thoughts on combining the two different diets, like intermittent fasting and paleo. Again, I would talk to one of our doctors about that to see if it's right for you, because we need to make sure that you are healthy enough to do intermittent fasting and the paleo diet if there's a good reason for that. Question, is Whole30 good for vegetarian? It can be. Vegetarian, you can eat eggs. There's also protein powders you can use that are plant-based, as long as we're getting enough protein. Again, our clinical nutritionists can assess your diet to make sure that you are getting enough protein, because you're limited with your meats being a vegetarian. Okay, so another question is, how important is matching your blood type to your diet? This person was told that based on their blood type, the caveman diet or paleo diet was best. So there really isn't a lot of science around the blood type diet. If you think back to what causes blood type, it's genetics. So instead of just everybody with, let's say, an A positive blood type or an O blood typing doing the same diet, it's based more on further on genetics. And so it, you know, and there's not really a ton of science about the blood type diet. I think it goes more to genetics and instead of just blood typing. Okay, another question is the Mediterranean diet actually healthy, or is it just a way of adding particular healthy food choices to your diet? So there was just in the news, it came out that the best diets that we can do, and Mediterranean was #1. So the Mediterranean diet is typically found in blue zones, which are zones across the world that have the highest number of centenarians or older people. So the Mediterranean diet mostly eats fruits, vegetables. You have some whole grains, beans, and legumes. Have a lot of fish. Your fish has anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids. It limits red meat and sweets. So the Mediterranean diet is a great diet. And it includes a lot of olive oil, which again is anti-inflammatory. So inflammation is at pretty much the root cause of any chronic disease. So the whole goal with any diet is to reduce inflammation, whether that's through omega-3 fatty acids, with eating fish, your olive oils, your fruits, your vegetables. Those are all anti-inflammatory foods. Processed foods, gluten, dairy, those can all create inflammation. Again, if you want to make an appointment with our functional medicine doctors, they can run some labs to see what your inflammation levels are, and then try to find the root cause of that. And then we can, you can see a clinical nutritionist to have your diet assessed to see how we can help you with reducing that inflammation. Let's see. Okay, so any other questions? One other question is honey preferred for plain sugar? So honey does contain sugar. It will spike your blood sugar, just like just table sugar, although honey is generally not as processed, so it can be part of of your diet. You just want to limit any type of sweetener that is high in carbohydrates, because that can eventually, if you have too much, lead to like insulin resistance, prediabetes, diabetes. Okay, so I think that's all the time we have. So again, I thank you for viewing and such great questions. And again, please go to AlignModernHealth.com or call the number on the screen. Feel free to make a 15-minute free consultation with any of our practitioners, not just functional medicine or nutritionists, but the acupuncturists, chiropractors, just to see what we're all about and how we can help you. And so thank you again, and you guys have a good day, and let's hope 2021 is better than 2020. Take care.